Hi everyone, this is Diane. I'll tell you right off the bat, I'm not sure if this video will upload, so I'm going to not invest a whole lot into it as far as talking and preparation. I'm just gonna video while I work, and if I have something to share with you, I will definitely share it, but it may be pretty quiet. But I'm hoping it's going to upload, because the one I did yesterday now wants to upload, but I deleted it, so I'm not going to upload it. So anyway, I am working on some finishing touches for these journals. I did do all the covers yesterday and collaged on the back. Where's the other one? Oh, it is right here. This is the one I was working on the video that did upload, but the battery died, so it got cut off, but that's what I was doing. So I did, put the covers together, and I put end papers on this one only because it just needed to be covered. And I did some other finishing touches. Let me show you. I will talk a little bit about what I did yesterday, and then we'll get into just doing some finishing touches. So yesterday I had all these blank pages right on the front of each signature this way. So I found these pages from a children's book that are just photographs of little tableau that someone set. They just set up all these little figures with backdrops and everything, and they just look so cute, and it goes along with nursery rhymes. So the front of every signature has one of those, and I'm not sure where that's supposed to be. So I did that in all of the journals, and then I added just a little strip of colored paper and a little fabric flower with a button that I got from Nancy from Wishes and Weeds. And then another thing that I did, started it yesterday and finished it up today. I guess this is where this goes. I'm not sure, maybe right here. Anyway, on the back of every calendar page, I wanted to put a place for you to write, because the page, especially one of the calendars, they're glossy, and the writing, ink pen would smear on it. So I added this. This one, I put that pocket on upside down, so I'm making it a top tuck. So I didn't, put this on there, so I just added that little piece. And I might come back and add a little figure to each of these pages. But let's go right ahead and start on the pocket project that I'm doing. In this one, I added this pocket, and it's made from an Elizabeth Craft Designs pocket die, and these tags come with it. And I'll show you, this is the one I made when I first got the die. So it comes with the pocket and the cards and the little reinforcements, and then it also comes with these pieces you can add. I have a stamp that stamped that, but all of these things, this word and the heart, and then the silhouette to glue it to, and that one, and then just a star. All of that comes in one die set, and I got it from Amazon, and I'll link it below. But for these, I just cut out the cards and the reinforcements. And I use double-sided paper for that. You don't have to. You could color your paper, your inside paper, some other way, or just leave it white. So I'm just going to glue this. The holes are there because these are made to go into a specific kind of planner. I don't know what kind of planner, but she has a lot of planner dies, but I just buy them and use them for all kinds of stuff. There's that, and I'll glue it too. This goes for the pink one. I'll just glue it to the inside back cover. I want to make sure I use my dyes a lot more. This has blue and green in it, and I cut my reinforcements blue. And I apparently lost one along the way. These reinforcements are cute because they look like they have little stitch lines all along. Going to get my nails done with my daughter after she gets out of work this afternoon, and I don't know what, oh, I put that glue on backwards, on the wrong side, I mean. I don't know what color I'm going to get, so this one is just plain, it doesn't have stitches. So enjoy the pink nails while they're here. And I'll just have to cut another blue one if it doesn't turn up, but they look pretty in there, don't they? And this one, they're both kind of boho fabric or papers that I picked just because of the color, and I wanted double-sided. I have lots of shabby chic looking scrapbook paper, but they're not all double-sided. I have a question too about this is a long die. It's a little bit too long, just slightly too long for my regular platform. So I do have long platform and the cutting plates, but it doesn't provide any pressure, so it's not thick enough. So I have another really one of those thick dies, this steel, what are they called? Anyway, you know what I mean. They're the thick with kind of a black felty top, and it cuts out a pocket or something. And I never use it, but it was given to me by a friend, and I didn't use it in that one video. Anyway, I turned that upside down, so that steel rule die, that's what it's called. Those aren't cut out, but that's okay. I don't need them to be. I turned that upside down so that the cutting part of that big die was face down on my Big Shot, and I used that, and that helped. But I think it might be slightly shorter than my platform, my long platform, and I think I had it up too high or something, because I still had to trace and cut out that top part, like this much of it. So I managed to get them all cut, but it was a challenge. So I'm wondering if you guys have any suggestions for how to make that sandwich thick. I guess I'll just play around. It would take a pretty thick shim. Like I could take folded up papers or something, but there'd have to be a stack of them. I did that. Oh, there it is. Cool. I did fold up, or have some folded up pattern papers and stuff, but they weren't long enough, and so it only cut part of it out. So I just have to take more time and make a good shim, I guess. I'm using this kind of a purpley color because that's the other color that's in that. I've noticed that this doesn't grab on as quickly, so I sometimes have to put it on again because I didn't pay attention and it popped, like this one popped up and then it was already dry on the bottom, but it hadn't grabbed a hold of the cardstock. Oh, I have an extra one of the big ones. So one of those was supposed to go on the little one, and the big one wasn't supposed to go in there. That's okay. I'll just make another reinforcement for that. All right, now, the only other thing that I was thinking of doing, besides flipping through and seeing what else I could do, is go back and look at the calendar pages that I just glued writing papers to, and maybe add an image. And I think I'll use die cuts. I think I can find them quicker rather than trying to search for images out of book pages to cut out. So this one already has this bit up here because some of that glue smudged out and you can't rub it off on a glossy paper. But maybe I'll add something else anyway. Something little, like that. Little girl and her poodle. This bottle is almost out of glue. These have been a lot of fun to work on, and normally when I get going, if I'm doing 2 or 3 journals, usually I do 2. Strap the cap to my pen or my glue. Usually I get started keeping up with all of the journals, doing sewing on fabric or stenciling pages or things like that. And once I really get going, I kind of stick to one journal to finish it, so I know all of the details that I'm adding to the other journals. But with this one, I've pretty much kept up with all 3 journals at the same time. I don't know why. I think because I'm just not working as steadily on it as I normally do, so when I come back to work on them, I just decide to catch the other ones up. Let's see, I don't see a lot of orange in here, except for these, and they're kind of big. And they just don't have the same vibe as all the other illustrations in here. That one's cute. These just kind of look like they could have been cut out of a children's book, a vintage children's book. I haven't done any stamping, so maybe I'll do some stamping. I don't know if I'll have time in this video. I think I don't want to make this video too long just because I've been having trouble with the uploading part. But let me show you the stamps I got out. And they're also Elizabeth Craft Designs. And some of these were purchased from Amazon and some from scrapbooking.com. Taking this off because it's shiny and she's been used. So it might be a little harder to see. It's a little girl with her school books. And I have this one that I haven't even used yet. Is it a glare? She's also got school books. Looks like she's talking to someone. Maybe she's talking to that other little girl. Hopefully I was able to show that without a glare. I can't really see my screen. And then this set has two girls. This one I love. She's a little off center from that. That's so cute. And then this one is sitting with a book. So I hope to use those in these books, in these journals. And then I think after that, I'm pretty much just going to put things in the pockets and maybe paper clip a couple of things to pages. I have some vintage things I want to include, and they'll go in pockets or clip to pages. So all of that you'll be able to see when I do the flip through. I already did that one. Is she too big? I'm going to use her because I think she's adorable. I think she might be a reproduction of a paper doll. And she probably came from Red Deb. I don't know where all of these die cuts came from, or fussy cuts. They're all digitals. And some of them came from Red Deb, R-E-D-D-E-B, on Etsy. And some are from someplace else, and I think it has the word Mary, M-E-R-I, in it. So I'll try to find, at least link the Etsy shop, so I won't link all of the sets of digitals. That's adorable. So please, the first person who watches this video, please, if you don't mind, check to see if I left links. And if not, message me, comment below to let me know, because by the time I get to uploading the video and getting it scheduled and everything, I may have forgotten that I was supposed to leave links. because I do that quite often. This one reminds me of my little sister. My mom taught herself to sew because she had 2 boys and 2 boys and 4 girls. And she taught herself to sew, and she was a really good seamstress. And she owned a fabric store when I was a teen. And I got to help her after I graduated, or even during the summer when I was still in school. I would go down and work. I didn't get paid for it, but she gave me whatever fabric I wanted. And so I spent 1 year making clothes for my little sister. Like, I could sew when customers weren't in there. So it's like I made her an outfit every day for a while. It was fun. And she got a lot of clothes for Christmas that year. That's cute. And that's the second one. And while we're here, let's put this on before it disappears again. I love those the little doll images, little doll photos. Oh, that's the one I already did. Look at Mother Goose. I added this up there because the glue squirted out again. There's usually a way to fix things. So as you can see, when I put the writing papers down, these are all from sticky pads. I had white space on either side, which I could have left, but I thought it added so much fun to use the little strips of cut off paper and add some color to the sides. So this full spread is a little bit time consuming, but very simple. And it adds a lot of impact to the journal as you flip through it, I think. This one has a little label down here just because I had a little space to fill. So I'll just add a little girl. And one more page. There's Mother Goose again, or the lady in the basket. I guess she's not Mother Goose. There's a nursery rhyme about the old lady in the basket. Some of these strips were there are gingham strips that come with some of these little cutouts. I can't remember which set, but cut out a lot of these different colored gingham strips. So I got to use some of them on the sides, and also some of the borders, the K&K Company borders, the sticker things that I have, and then some of the cut off scrapbook papers. Playing dress up. I used to love that. My sister and I, the one that was closest in age to me, we're less than 2 years apart. We used to love to dress up in my mother's old clothes and shoes and costume jewelry, clomping around. And that takes care of that. Now, what time is it on the video? Oh, it's upside down. It's at 30 minutes, and I think I'm going to let it stop there. Oops, turn the light off. Because I hope that it's going to upload. So, cross your fingers, course, if it doesn't upload, you won't hear me saying that. I'm going to say a prayer and hope that it uploads. But I will, as I continue crafting today after lunch, I will add the stamping and then go through and put things in the pockets. We're getting there. We're almost done. So the next video you see on these may be the final flip through. Or maybe I'll turn it on while I fill the pockets. You want to see that? I'll see you in the next video, whichever one it turns out to be, and I hope you're having a creative day today. Bye-bye.